This spaceport, Mos Eisley, is home to an elite rebel cell. Orders are to kill or capture all parties involved, but they're heavily armed and already on alert. Rebel Alliance forces are trying to evacuate our targets, so we'll have to lock down the entire settlement, starting at the junkyard and canteen.
If there are any DICE developers watching this right now, please, pretty please, I ask with the sincerity of this channel, please release this for offline players. This may have just been to test the AI, but this is literally everything us offline players could hope and dream for. Even if Galactic Assault isn't playable on all maps offline, the ones you have in the files will do just fine. As for the rest of you, I promise you'll get context if you watch the rest of this video. Hey guys, so I've just come across some incredible findings regarding offline single-player content and some potential teases to original Trilogy content coming to Star Wars Battlefront 2. To start, Manuel Lanes, one of the main developers who's worked on the new AI for instant action and co-op, has posted 2 tweets out on Twitter that could potentially hint at original Trilogy content coming to Star Wars Battlefront 2. At the time of this upload, there has not been any official confirmation from the developers about original Trilogy content, but it seems like it would be a given since we have prequel and sequel eras for instant action, co-op, and capital supremacy, so one can only assume that DICE wouldn't leave out the original trilogy. However, the only official response we've gotten towards this was that community manager Benjamin Walk said that the team was doing some original investigation, which I think is a funny way of saying that they're working on it, or at the very least looking into it. Nonetheless, we know DICE has confirmed that they are looking at content drops for February and March. This has been confirmed on the last community transmission we got for the Rise of Skywalker update. And we know we are getting most of the maps for the sequel era for instant action and capital supremacy sometime this month. Well, if we got the remaining maps for the sequel era next month in February, that leaves March open to something new. But regarding original Trilogy content, Manuel randomly posted a link to the Imperial March on his Twitter account. While this doesn't exactly hint directly at anything, it should be noted that Manuel is noted for his cryptic teases, more so than the other developers, especially since the release of the Cooperation update, which included instant action and co-op. He even recently teased that Droideka AI was finished and is coming in this month's patch. But if a random link to the Imperial March isn't enough to convince you, he also randomly posted a picture of Luke, Han, Leia, and Chewie with the caption of, "Looks like they were having fun," which should also be noted is that Manuel, and really any DICE developer, knows the fanbase of Battlefront 2. If they weren't bringing original Trilogy content to the game for the new modes, they wouldn't likely post anything regarding the original trilogy. Essentially, they know everything they post is going to be picked up and analyzed by the Battlefront community heavily. And they don't seem to blueball us with things we've been requested only to tease us and not add it. Other than weapons, but Dennis Bronville has a whole argument for that. Regardless, I'd say more than likely we are getting original Trilogy content in March and probably the remaining sequel era maps for instant action and capital supremacy next month in February. But that's only my speculation. Here's hoping that Crate and Starkiller Base get added to instant action next month in February. Next, there's been a YouTuber named Mop Head posting videos of unused content in Battlefront 2 since the launch of the game up until now. I extremely recommend checking out his channel, which there'll be a link to in the description below. Honestly, I thought I knew about all the unreleased content in the game, but with each video he's been posting, I've noticed more and more things I don't even think more than half the community even knew about. For example, did you know there was a scrapped campaign segment in which he played as Kylo Ren following Gleb to Del?
The prisoner, I hope that's alright. My men kept damage to a minimum. Some bruising, a few scrapes, a broken bone or two. Nothing that would get in the way of your questions, of course. We're not savages.
I bet you didn't know DICE already recorded co-op lines for Crate, you know, the sequel trilogy map they recently said might not make it to the new game modes.
I fail to understand how the Resistance riffraff managed to withstand our attack. We are clearly lacking in both discipline and resolve. Both shall be rectified.
The First Order forces have stopped attacking and are pulling out. Crate is safe for now. What a great day.
Or how about the existence of the Night on Endor Ewok map as a playable map for multiplayer's Blast?
bring out the big guns.
Mop Head's latest series covers all these things, and if you're a longtime fan of Battlefront 2, I can almost guarantee you will discover something about the game you didn't know. But what we are going to take a look at is a few offline components that I found about through his videos. Note that this footage that you're watching are directly from his videos, and I highly recommend that you go to his channel and check out his series yourself. The first thing we're going to look at are the instant action options that were found in the game. According to the finding, in a recent update, an option was added to instant action to turn on cross-era heroes, but remains invisible and non-functional. What this would enable is the ability to use any hero in any era. So you could play as Luke on Geonosis as shown in Mop Head's video. I'm assuming this would play in conjunction to the next non-functional option that was found, which is the ability to toggle friendly hero AI, a request that's been asked heavily by the offline community. The cross-era hero option would likely allow both the player and enemy team to use cross-era heroes on any map alongside the player. While this exists as a non-functional option in the game, it could be a feature we might see in the not so far off future. The next option kind of points to this, as there are two more options that can be toggled by the player, which are the options to enable and disable both enemy and friendly vehicle AI. We know that vehicle AI is still in the works, as Benoit confirmed it last month around the launch of the Rise of Skywalker update. Being that we know it's not scrapped and the option exists to toggle vehicles is already in the game now, it's possible that these match parameters could potentially see the light of day. When we'll see them is unknown though. But at least we know DICE is thinking in the right direction as far as giving players specific options to how they want to play the game offline. Offline players have been wanting a sandbox experience with these types of options since the announcement of Battlefront 2015. So it's nice to know they are hopefully working on bringing all of it to fruition. And as an offline gamer, I really couldn't be any more thankful. The next offline slice of cake that has been found is more offline galactic assault maps. Recently I made a video that covered a modder who managed to get Galactic Assault on the Death Star playable offline and single player by accessing testing files left behind by the developers over at DICE. Well, with this recent discovery, it appears DICE was testing the AI across multiple maps for Galactic Assault. Mop Head's video explains they were testing the AI to do basic objectives like capturing control points. Either way, they have AI programmed to play the objective on the Death Star 2, Tatooine, Takodana, Camino, and Geonosis. While it's unfortunate and possibly a shame we may never see Galactic Assault playable offline, we at least now know that their AI will likely be capable of playing multiplayer modes offline in Battlefront 3. That would be something. But in all honesty, look at this. This is every Star Wars Battlefront 2's offline player's wet dream. I can't express how badly I believe we need this for offline. Maybe at the very least someone will create a mod for this so that it's easily accessible for the public. Well, those who are able to play Battlefront 2 modded anyway. But maybe one day I'll talk about my own thoughts and feelings about why I think Galactic Assault is the ultimate game mode for offline. I mean seriously, Galactic Assault not only has enemies to fight against, but it has an entire atmosphere. All the citizens and people hectically running around, Imperial ships flying in, rebel troops being arrested. It's incredibly immersive, and I do think we should have it for Okay, I gotta stop. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and your stomach isn't turning at the thought of this never being playable. But DICE has been pretty awesome towards their offline community, and maybe one day, just one day, they'll throw us a bone. Either way, I'm thankful we got instant action for Battlefront 2, and seems they are adding content to that monthly, so baby steps perhaps. Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts about these new game developments are, and until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Get inside!